Welcome here to a special edition of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. I am here picture in picture with Darien Williams of the CBA Brothers football program, Christian Brothers Academy, 2025 incoming freshman for college football. And he has had a bunch of offers. It's been incredible to watch this amazing journey that he's had through recruitment. He's been on the show a bunch of times, and he's now on the show after officially committing to the Syracuse Orange. Darien, how are you?
All right, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. So bring me into how does this happen? How does this come about? How does this decision be made when there have been so many wonderful schools? It's just consistently been picking up for you. There's been great opportunities out there for you. How did this officially end up being Syracuse?
It really just felt like Syracuse was the place for me. They had everything that I really wanted in the college. And the main thing with all of it is I feel like I can go there and be very successful academically and athletically, not just on the athletic part. I think it's a very good school. They do very good in the major I want to do, sports communication. So that's like the biggest thing there. So I feel like just outside of the football part, it's a great fit for me. Then including the football part, I feel like even within these 2 weeks, I built great relationships with the coaches, and I feel like that'll just get even better and better over time as I keep going up there. And I just feel like it's a whole new vibe of like a new energy, a new like tempo, like everything's just really good up there.
This decision for you, did you want to make it now? Was your intent, whether it would be at Syracuse or whoever, was the intent to have a decision made before you go into your last season, before all that stuff happens? When did you envision it? Did you have a thought about when you were going to do it?
I actually didn't think like I didn't think I would end up committing this soon. I thought it would usually be like more so towards like June time or whatever, like sometime around there. Definitely before the season, but not right now. But with Syracuse, I just feel like they have everything I really want, and then I feel like I could do great things there.
What do they have? What is it about Syracuse that I know you talked about you don't just want the football side, you want the education side. What is it on the scholastic side that speaks to you, and what is it on the football side that speaks to you?
On the scholastic side, just know well, even when I went there, I talked about they have a very high graduation rate. I know there's like, even though like they excel like a lot with the football players academically, like they all have really good grades. They excel in their academics. So that's the academic part. And then for athletic part, it's just really, I could see like even though they only been there for a few months, I could really see the brotherhood throughout the whole program, the coaches, the players, like they really push their players and they all have a true passion for the game.
And you said the new head coach, Fran Brown, has been your main recruiter to come to Syracuse. What does it mean to you that the leader of the entire program has made it a point to connect with you and really try to build that relationship to have you come to Syracuse? To get it from the head coach means what?
That actually is something I should have put in there. That actually played a huge part in it because with all these other schools, like I haven't really heard much from like actual head coaches. So like with hearing from him and him actually being my main recruiter, like who the one who's really trying to get me, it means a lot because it makes me feel like I'm really wanted there and they really do want me there. So like with Fran Brown, it's just even me building a strong relationship, it really means a lot because he's the head coach. He doesn't have to be recruiting me. He could just get somebody else too, but he's going out of his way being the head coach to come and try to get me. So that definitely played a huge part.
You play wide receiver, also play DB, you're an athlete. What are your thoughts on coming into Syracuse? Is there a hope to have some offensive opportunity? I know you and I talked off the air about cornerback. What are we looking at for your future at Syracuse?
There definitely is. I definitely do hope a little bit that I get a chance at receiver, but no matter what, if I do get end up at corner, it's like I'll be getting coached by the best cornerback coach in the country, like in all of college football, in my opinion. So it's kind of like, okay, receiver, I played in my most of my life, but with him saying that he thinks I could really excel at corner going there, I think that's something I definitely will consider and I have considered because no matter what, I can love receiver as much. But if I'm going to excel more at corner, he believes that at Syracuse, that's definitely something I think that would benefit me a lot.
Yeah, and for you, I mean, playing corner, being on the defensive side of the ball, how comfortable, how confident are you in that realm and in that world? Obviously, they see something in you at Syracuse there, but how do you feel about if corner is going to be your collegiate position? How confident are you in that position?
I definitely think I could build up my confidence a lot. Like right now, I am pretty confident. There's a few things that I definitely have to work on.
Breakfast cereals.
I'm sorry, we had another thing come through here. Go ahead. Sorry about that. You said it was something you definitely have to work on.
Yeah, there's definitely I haven't got like the most experience that I was supposed to be on the defensive side this year, a lot more at CBA, but I ended up having a few injuries on the defensive side, which kind of took me off of that. But I think I could excel at corner. There's just a lot of things I have to work on, like footwork, things like that. But with my athleticism, like my hands, I think I could end up being really good at it. And one main thing I just have to really get big. I have to focus on getting bigger if I'm going to be on the defensive side.
So for you, I mean, hearing that news, and like you said, Syracuse was just different. The hearing from Fran Brown was different than any other head coach's interaction with you. You look at the scholastic side, you look at the educational side, all of that stuff matters to you. But was it difficult to make a decision if other schools were saying, hey, we want you to play receiver? Like, did you have to weigh that?
Yeah, that definitely did play a big part because it was like if another school is offering me the same exact things, but they want me as a receiver and they want me as a corner. But I just feel like even if it was Syracuse, just it really just seemed like the fit for me, which is why I committed right now. Like I don't want to wait on it. I feel like that just really I really excel the best there. So with the receiver part, if another school offered everything the same as Syracuse, and I had this corner at Syracuse receiver there, I still feel like it would definitely leave me up a good debate because I just how much I like Syracuse. I love the coaches, things like that. But the receiver corner part, I can think I can easily adjust to playing corner and I can easily develop like a passion and love for that position.
Speaking here with Darien Williams of the Christian Brothers Academy side of things, all the way through to 2025. He's got another season to come, and then we will see him move forward into Syracuse, where he has committed. You got offers, Darien, from Boston College, from Deion Sanders in Colorado, UMass, as who eventually UMass is going to be finding themselves inside of a conference now as they've decided to join the MAC, and they'll do that on July 1st of 2025. Penn State, Pittsburgh, Temple. When you look at this list, besides Syracuse, what can you say about your recruitment and just what it's meant to you for those schools that I just named, that they reached out to you and saw something in you as well and wanted you to come play for them?
It definitely means a lot because I know a lot of kids really dream for things like this, and a lot of kids don't get this type of opportunity because maybe they're overlooked in something like that. So it definitely means a lot to see that these schools are actually acknowledging me. They think I can help their program. It's just something I've always dreamed about. Is like even as a kid, like my dream has been able to get to the spot I am now, be in this whole recruiting process, get to try to sort things out, and then end up making my decision like I did today, and end up committing. It's a blessing. I pray to God for it every day. So definitely is a huge one of my goals that I've now accomplished.
You said you didn't want to wait on it, but you thought it would happen later. Why did it have to happen right here today on Saturday, March 16th of 2024?
I just think, like, in my opinion, once I saw everything I had to see, once I saw everything that I actually like, I didn't think there was really any point on waiting. I think it's definitely the best opportunity for me, and it's just something I should go after just like that. With the waiting part, I just feel like if I'm waiting on it, I can still tell these other schools, but Syracuse is really what I love at this moment and what I will continue to love. So I feel like it was best for me to just make this decision today.
We live in a world, Darian, where people are fickle. They change their minds all the time. Some people's words don't mean anything. You said, this is what I want today. It's also what I'm going to want in the future. What makes you believe that your commitment to Syracuse is a real, genuine commitment that's not going to change?
I think it does. It's like with these past 2 weeks, I know that I built this strong relationship with them. I have this strong love for a coach. So it's like if I can do this in 2 weeks and continue to have this communication with them, who knows what I could do in this whole like year coming up with keeping this relationship with them, building more on it. Like I want to keep going up there because it's only been 2 weeks. So I don't know everything about them. They don't know everything about me. So as we build this up, I think it could turn into a really strong relationship and just a strong bond that we'll all get to really enjoy over these next few years.
Were you waiting for this? Was Syracuse the school that you really wanted to hear from? Did you have kind of them circled saying, "Hey, this school's 5 minutes from CBA. I would love to play for my hometown." Was this something that you had already been hoping for?
Yes, it definitely was. Before like this whole new coach, even before this new coaching like change, I kind of wish that the old staff would have acknowledged me a little bit more, but it's fine. I understand, but definitely now it's great to be able to hear from this new staff. And yeah, it's always been something that I want. I feel like it's a hometown school. It's like that's always been some like thanks to backyard school. Like I really want to like hear from them. Just even if they weren't even the offer, just to be able to hear from them and them acknowledge me, that would just bring me a lot of joy in the first place.
Darien, we've seen Christian Brothers Academy this past year have, I believe, over 40 different schools come in and recruit. What does that mean to you that you are at a school that has commanded the attention of a massive amount of schools from all over the country? We're not just talking about East Coast, Northeast. To see these schools come in to Syracuse, New York, to come to your school, to come and speak with you and your teammates. What has that meant to you, and what does it say about Christian Brothers Academy's connection to the opportunities in the future?
It definitely means a lot because with them coming, it just shows how much hard work our coaches put in for us. Like without them, none of these coaches coming in, they wouldn't be coming in without Coach Casey, Coach Bruce, Coach Bruno, and all the rest of the coaching staff. Without them, we wouldn't be able to have any of this. I wouldn't be able to be in this position I am right now. And they've really just been with every single player over this journey, and they really put the time and the hard work and to make sure we get what we like, try to help us get to our goals and what we want. So it's definitely definitely a blessing to see these coaches coming in. It just shows how much hard work we put in, but also how much hard work our coaches put in to get us these opportunities.
So do you now go to Matt Hahn and say, "Hey man, I'm gonna need you for a little more time in college"?
It definitely, I mean, I'm not gonna pressure him to anything, but it definitely would be nice to have one of my high school teammates play with me in college. That would be a big thing, but I'm gonna let him make his decision on what he's gonna do.
So for you, I mean, we're coming off of a state title, coming off of a massive opportunity for Christian Brothers Academy, and the second time that we're talking about a sectional title and a state title in the same year in a short amount of year time span. Where is Christian Brothers Academy football at right now? You finished the season tied for number one ranking in the whole state of New York of any of the teams. You finished tied for number one. Where is Christian Brothers Academy football, and what's it like to be a part of such a tremendous chapter in their history right now?
Getting ready for the next season. But I will say there's a lot more work we need to be put in that needs to be put in. Definitely we're developing new leaders with Sire, Jameer, Jason, all of them being gone. It's gonna be guys like myself, other seniors that really we can be leaders. We've had to start really showing it and putting more work in, which I know we can do. And by the season, I know we'll be another powerhouse team, just how we were this season. But overall, it's just really great to be a part of all of this because not a lot of kids get to say they won a state championship in high school. They got to do all this amazing thing with their brother. So I'm really blessed to be able to have any of my teammates around me. Because without these guys, I wouldn't be who I am. They really helped to like they just bring me enjoyment, just being around them, getting to talk to them outside of football, outside of school, but even inside of school, inside of football, it all is just like it's very nice. And then obviously the coaches, like building that relationship with them and just be able to look at them as just like not just coaches, but like father figures that just always helped me to develop me into the man I am.
Coach Brian Bruno, Bruce Williams, Casey Brown, everyone that helps out with the Christian Brothers Academy football program. What can you say to go a little bit deeper into the coaching staff and what they've done for you on and off the field?
I've been with Bruce. Bruce definitely a man. I've been with him since I was like in the fifth or sixth grade. I've always been working with him, so I've talked on him before. He definitely shows. It definitely shows the hard work he puts in because a lot of people don't realize without him, like I said, I wouldn't be getting any of these opportunities. None of us would. And then Coach Casey, Coach Bruno, they definitely put in the hard work too. And then Casey, like I've mentioned in the past, he really helps to develop us as men, not just football players, but he really gets us out there and just really helps us to be able to be a man in the real world, gets us prepared for college. And speaking on Bruno, he's just an amazing guy. He brings in a lot of opportunities with us for football and also outside of football. He's just a great coach. I'm definitely glad and happy to be able to have him and this whole coaching staff because they really have helped develop me into a man, a football player, a good guy. So it's definitely a blessing to have them.
So for you, Darian, before I let you go and before we jump into a little bit of rapid fire, so this Syracuse fan base can get to know you even more, and we've talked about this, and I've talked with your teammates about this. It is part of my life's journey to make sure that my hometown of Central and Upstate New York gets noticed, gets a spotlight, gets to be heard and seen. Every single time any of you are chasing your dreams, I want to see you succeed. I want to see people give you an opportunity. I have banged the drum for many years that the school down the street should look at Christian Brothers Academy, look at CNS, look at Liverpool, look at West Genesee, look at Union Endicott, Maine Endwell, so on and so forth, Shenango Forks, that they should be out here looking for you and appreciating you and putting themselves, in a position where they're going to keep the home talent at home. Now that you've committed to Syracuse, it's not just Darien Williams. You're now a beacon of hope. You're now a bridge that I have just wanted to see be created for so many years. It's here now, and other people can walk over this bridge. Do you feel that? Do you feel, hey, I could be a torchbearer? I can show Syracuse that it's a good decision to keep home guys home. What do you feel in the bigger picture of things? Because you committing to Syracuse, being offered by Syracuse, it's something that I've just been praying and hoping for, that Syracuse would see the value of its own community. Do you feel that? And do you feel that you can be a leader and go beyond Darien Williams to help make sure that other people in our community get an opportunity to play at home in front of their families?
Yes, I definitely do. I've always felt like Syracuse, New York it's always been a lot overlooked. And I feel like there's a lot of talent in Syracuse that people just don't really try to come and look for because it's Syracuse. It's not really a football state. New York's not a football state, but I think there's a ton of talent in Syracuse that guys are just overlooked because we are here. And it's just like with me committing now it brings attention. I'm definitely glad that with my commitment, not, I mean, it plays a little part too. Like with my commitment, I know now a lot of guys are going to be looking at kids in Syracuse. Maybe Syracuse will look at some other guys. I really hope they do because they will really get to see there is a lot of talent in Syracuse, especially city schools. Kids are just overlooked, which they definitely shouldn't because they have this skill set to be able to play at the Division I level. So definitely, I love being able to have that take on that responsibility and just be that beacon of hope for guys because I just like myself, I want to see other guys excel and be able to like what's the word complete their goals, like accomplish their goals, just how I'm trying to and how I kind of have already. But it's definitely a blessing to be able to be in this position I am because I just feel like with my commitment that I'm now, that brings a lot of eyes on other guys just because of the commitment and the offer that I've got. So I definitely am loving that, and I think it's a big responsibility, but it's a responsibility that I can handle because I'm loving what is going to happen for it.
You now join fellow CBA alumni Riley Dixon, who's in the NFL, Mackie McPherson. You also join the likes of people that have fought to go and in this community from other schools like Rob Drummond, Scott Schwades, Tim Green, and they all ended up at Syracuse. to think about the history of the homegrown talent that was also told it's Syracuse, it's New York, it's not a football town, it's not a football state, it doesn't matter. They responded by having tremendous years. Some of the guys I named responded when we talk about Rob Drummond by having an undefeated season. There's only been two in Syracuse history, 59 and 87. And from JD, right across the road, Rob Drummond was a part of a team in 87 that went undefeated at Syracuse and had his teammate, Scott Schwades, who's also from the community. To be a part of that history and to bridge the gap of the guys that were and the guys that are, and to look at just CBA and say, Riley Dixon made it in the NFL, and now you have an opportunity to go from CBA to Syracuse and hopefully further from that. What does that do? We talked about what you can be for the future, but connecting to the past, what does that mean to you?
Definitely means a lot. Just even with you saying that, I didn't know a lot of that. That's just, it's crazy. It's all really crazy to me that I'm really going to be able to join this whole organization just with the past, think about all of that and just see like all of the great guys that have came from here, went to Syracuse and really excelled. It's just nice to be able to, hopefully I can end up just one of those guys, and then later down the path, guys can have conversations, and then maybe it'd be Darien went here and went there. So it's definitely nice to be able to be in this position. Like I said multiple times, it's really a blessing because a lot of kids don't be able to get to like say they're staying home, staying for their hometown. They can really put on for like the state, the city. So it's definitely like nice and a blessing.
Well, you know what it's like to be there for a sectional title and a state title. What's it feel like now that you're going to be calling that place home after winning championships in the Dome?
It's definitely nice because it's going to be a place where I played my state championship game, I played my sectional championship game, and that'll be a place I'll be playing on in college. It'll just be like, it'll bring back a lot of memories once I'm on that field actually playing for Syracuse. Because even being on that field, it's like, dang, what if one day I could end up playing for Syracuse on this field? And now it's like, it's actually becoming a reality. So it's definitely like, it's all mind blowing me right now. I'm still trying to like take it all in and really get the full extent of like what's going on. Like, this is definitely something I've always dreamed for. And this is what I've been working for my whole life. So I'm definitely proud.
To get to know you a little bit better in rapid fire here, I'm going to just go down the line to a bunch of different places, Darien, and let the fans get to know you a little bit better. Food that you can't live without.
Pizza, definitely pizza.
What are you putting on the pizza?
Simply just pepperoni. Pepperoni pizza do it for me anytime.
All right, pepperoni pizza. Favorite song that you could hear every single day for the rest of your life?
This is probably a shock a lot of people. It's called Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood. Very popular song, but that song I just love.
Okay, all right. Favorite nickname that you've ever been given?
Day. D-A-E. It's just what everybody calls me now. So Day is probably the best one. Yeah.
All right, Day. If you could switch lives with any superhero, who would you want to be for a day and why?
The Flash. Gotta be a Flash. Because the Flash, I don't think any other superhero could beat him, in my opinion. He has super speed. Nobody can touch him. So it'd definitely be a Flash. He can travel across universes. It gotta be a Flash, definitely.
All right, fair enough. If you were running for president today, what would be your slogan?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Probably keep something simple, like, to be honest, type of guy I'd probably just be like, I'll lead the country correctly. That's all I say.
All right. I like that. I'll lead the country correctly. I like that. Okay, now you got to choose three teammates. You're going on a trip across the country. You're going from New York to California. You're leaving tomorrow morning. You got to tell me which one of your teammates at CBA you trust to drive the car, which one you trust with the aux to put the right music on, and which one you trust to bring the snacks that you want. Give me those three people.
Oh, that's perfect. I trust my friend Dante Bache to drive the car, Zion Green to hold the aux. For the snacks guy would probably usually be me, but I say My boy Quentin Lewis, him or my boy Fidel. Definitely trusting one of them to bring the snacks.
Favorite snack that you have to have all the time?
Because this is like candy or just any snack.
Anything.
Goldfish. Goldfish.
Goldfish?
I love goldfish.
All right. Regular goldfish or is something else?
It's weird, but pizza goldfish, like the pizza flavored goldfish, is I actually have it right here. But yeah,
All right. Fair enough. Pizza goldfish. If you could give someone a gift, like if you could give something to somebody, let's say that this person's been through a really tough time, they don't have much for themselves. What's the one gift that you would want to give to somebody? If you could give anybody anything, what would you give?
uh could oh that would be that's a really tough one because there's a lot of things I could think of, but like, could I get if I was like be able to give them anything? Would I be able to give them money to go and get what they want? Like they would be able to choose what they actually want. I
Yeah.
think it's just because there's a lot of things I could choose from.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would just give them the money to see what they can go and do what they want with it and just hopefully better themselves.
I like it. What are you most passionate about?
Like just anything, like who do I
Anything.
I'm definitely most passionate about my relationship with my family, like my dad, my mom, grandma, grandparents, all my family. I like and my friends definitely. That's what I'm most passionate about because like I mentioned, I'm not who I am without them. So I definitely am most passionate about them in my life.
How would you describe love to somebody that was just born?
Say love. Love is something that's undescribable. It's a feeling you just get when you know when you love somebody, and it's an undescribable feeling. You just know when you love somebody.
And with love comes laughter and smiling. So, who are the three comedians you would want to go on tour with and be on their bus?
Kevin Hart gotta be one easily.
Okay.
Yeah. Comedians. That's a good one. Not a comedian. He's actually a streamer, but he's a very popular streamer. Nobody considers him a comedian, but he's a very funny guy. Kai Cenat. I met him before. He's a very popular streamer.
Okay.
And then another one, oh, that's tough. That had to be something I look up because there's a lot of guys like, yeah, that'd probably be something I have to look up.
All right. Two final ones. Second to last one. Tell me somebody who's passed away that you would love if they could come back to this earth. You would love to sit with them and have dinner, and why?
Uh, um, say my uncle, he passed away actually a couple of days before my state championship game. I wasn't always the closest with him, but anytime I've always seen him, it was just like we just had a strong bond, like close bond. So definitely, he was end up actually going to come to my state championship game. So he'll be a guy I definitely wish could have him back, just sit down and talk to him and grow closer with him because I didn't really get to see him or talk to him much.
What was his first name?
His first name, I'm not gonna lie.
Was your uncle on your mom or your dad's side?
My mom's side. I think it's more so like he was like I know I'm cousins with my Shamir. He actually used to go to Liverpool, but he's
Yeah.
on my so I didn't really get to they weren't as people I was really close with, but anytime like, I played against Liverpool, so I get to talk to him a few times here and there. So he's definitely a guy I liked a lot, and then I'm kind of close with Shamir a little bit.
Should I spend more time with him? All right. Final question. What if you were if you had all of your belongings on a ship and all of your family safe, everybody you love is safe, and you could take one thing off the ship is sinking, but you can take one thing of yours off the ship. What do you take and why?
My phone, gotta be my phone. Yeah, it has to be my phone. That's my half of my life runs through my phone. Texting coaches, texting people. Yeah, got it. Definitely my phone.
That'll be your phone. All right. Darien Williams here with us, 2025 athlete coming into Syracuse, committed today at the time that we are talking. And much appreciation to everything that you've let me be a part of, Darien. We and I have talked for couple of years now at least, and I always appreciate you answer right away. I thank you for your time today, and it's such an honor to be keeping you home. Selfishly, I'm excited because I get to see you more,
Yeah.
and I just genuinely appreciate you, your hard work, the type of person that you are, and I appreciate your family. So please give my best to everybody, and God bless and congratulations.
Thank you. It's always an honor to be on here and be a part of this. So thank you.